Hey everybody, it's Emil Giroux, M2 Fitness Pros here in Long Beach, and together with B Fox, we run M2 Fitness Pros and the Team Fox Competitive Girls. But I'd like to talk to you real briefly. We have about 6 or 7 hours left over on something that I think you might want to take a look at before the opportunity expires. And what I'm talking about right now is Chris McComb's virtual mentoring and training program. It's called Rise Above the Masses. Now, the reason why this is pretty important that you should take a look at it, I'm going to explain it here to you briefly. Let me just shift the camera on over to what's going on here. Obviously, if you've been at Kickback Life, you've kind of watched the traffic and you've watched the funnel of things that are going on with Chris. You kind of understand the kind of guy he is, you know. He's a little rough around the edges, but he's got a really solid heart and he wants to really help people succeed and grow tremendously fast in his business. What's my experience with Chris? I've seen him rise up relatively quickly in the industry because he's one of those people that acquires information, he takes it and then he applies the information and then he turns around and cycles it back into acquiring even more information and growing rapidly. And this is probably one of the biggest challenges in our industry, as in with anybody in life. The things that you learn, if you're not applying them immediately and learning from them, and then doing things differently instead of repeating bad habits, you don't succeed. And so Chris has been able to do that, and what he decided to do was take a program and set something up to help fitness professionals get to the next level really quickly. So what I like to do is give you just a brief overview of what's going on with his program. Right now, you go to the sales page, you're going to see it like most of us. You go to these sales pages and you roll through it. You look all the way down here to the bottom and you come in and you check the price of the program, and sometimes you get discouraged because, well, you're probably coming from a place right now where things are not as good financially as you'd like them to be. So this is my suggestion. If you have the ability right now to acquire at least one new client every month, or 2 or 3 or 4, and you know consistently that you're doing that, take a chance in yourself and understand that if you take some of that money and reinvest it into your business, the things that you can learn through Chris about how to move your business through faster is going to help you acquire the money that you need so that you can continue to grow. Now, the thing about the program that's really kind of cool to me, when I started this process, I really didn't understand a lot of stuff, and I didn't know what I didn't know. I mean, I would read this stuff and it all looked really great and it sounded really convincing, but really I had to kind of make a whole lot of mistakes going through the process. So what Chris does is he takes you as a beginning customer or student in the understanding of the business side of fitness, is to understand where you are. You go through a little process, kind of like a screening process that you do with a new client in the gym, and you find out where that person is, what they've been doing, and where they'd like to go, and then you just take them from that place that they are and then move them along gradually. There's a series of different videos here and tutorials that are really cool. He's got about 10 different modules in here, and in these modules there's about 50 videos that are really going to help you speed up your knowledge curve. One of the other things is that there's a series of call recordings here, and there's again a whole year's worth of weekly trouble calls, and I call them trouble calls because he listens in on what you're doing. He hears certain things that you say and helps you understand what you need to really focus on right away so you're not making the same mistakes. It's really, I know, hard to do to ask for help, and a lot of us, and myself included, coming from a place where you have a really big ego, but if you admit to yourself that you need some help, that's going to be the first step. And Chris is a really qualified authority. As you know, he's doing really well in the industry. Several done-for-you tools, but again, the best part of this program, I think, is that weekly accountability call to help you move forward quickly as far as being a fitness professional. There is no time like this ever before in history where we have the ability to get information as quickly as we can on the internet. And I think it's really great that you have access to something like this. Right now, mentorship programs go anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000 on up per year. You can get that kind of information distilled down to you from Chris for the low price of just several $100s in a month or 2, and going through the program, if you stick with it longer, it'll be a no-brainer because you'll make that money back. Okay, so 2 thumbs up for the Rise Above the Masses virtual mentoring program. You only have a few more hours to pull the trigger. Take a look at this. I highly recommend it. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.